Hey guys, what's up? Happy Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. I'm gonna briefly talk with y'all about why it's important to replicate your story and to consistently duplicate your transformations over and over and over again. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to go over some verbiage regarding the polls that you all did yesterday, or maybe you did it on Sunday. Again, these polls can and should happen on the stories either on Sundays or Mondays, or Wednesdays and Thursdays. So this can be applied to Monday if you did this on Sunday, or this can be applied today if you did this on Monday. So first and foremost, consistency, duplication, and attraction marketing. So this entire business is nothing but consistency. Consistency in our workouts, consistency in eating right, consistency in sharing our journey, consistency in inviting and talking about this and sharing it. So consistency in the vital behaviors. So with the consistency in all that, because that's how you get anywhere in life, right? Is just little action steps of the same stuff every single day. And it doesn't look pretty. It's not gonna look pretty at times, but knowing that and moving forward and just saying, I will do these little things every single day and making time for it is what this whole business is about. Because a lot of people want those fast results, fast answers, fast customers, fast clients, but at the end of the day, we don't want fast. We want things that are long lasting, right? So what we have to do is we have to get really good at storytelling. We have to get really good at sharing our why. We have to get really good at sharing our story, because those are the things that need to be the glue when we don't want to do this business, when we are in our own ruts. Because again, this business has seasons. When we don't want to get out of bed and work because we might have a day off, or if we simply just aren't feeling it, these are the things that need to remind us as to why we are doing it. You know, those questions that Rachel Hollis is getting, I know Nikki's getting it, and a few other just big time, Lisa Turkhurst, and the author for the Uninvited book. You know, these women are constantly getting asked, how do you do it all? And the thing is they're not doing it all, but what they're doing is they're showing up all the time, and they're reminding themselves of why they shouldn't. They're not reminding themselves of why they shouldn't do this, or how much doing something X, Y, and Z is going to suck. They're reminding themselves consistently of why they should do it. Instead of saying, this is going to suck, I don't want to do this, we need to remind ourselves why we are doing this, right? So with consistency, since we posted on Sunday, we posted on Monday, we know now what we're going to have to post for next Sunday and next Monday, right? We know kind of the mindset behind it. And so Tuesday is Transformation Tuesday. So a Transformation Tuesday post can be anything along the lines of, if you've done a program already, it's your before and after photos. If you've been pregnant, your before and after pregnancy photos. Maybe beginning of the year till now photos, or 5 years ago till now photos. I have multiple different transformation photos. I have transformation photos from multiple different programs that I can constantly show. I also have transformation photos when I was 35 pounds heavier till now. And whatever story I feel like sharing at the time. But at the end of the day, the story that I'm consistently conveying, because I want to attract the people who want to also work consistently on themselves for the rest of their lives, my story goes back to consistency and knowing that I deserve better than how I was treating myself. So in addition to consistently sharing your story, we have got to be posting transformation photos every Tuesday. And the reason why we need to be posting these Transformation Tuesday photos is because people will forget why we're here, what we're doing, what we're working on. And new people are always going to be coming to our page, and we should be able to go to the front of our social media page on Facebook or on Instagram and see that we're working on something, and that we have something to offer, and that we're a part of a team of some sort. So it takes people 7 times to see the same message, the same image, same message, for it to click in their brain. That's why our storefront has to scream the same message all the time. It has to be the same color scheme. It has to scream the same style, theme, everything consistently. That's why we also can't just rely on posting and think people are going to come to us, because that's why we need to be going out there and doing call to action posts, doing polls, inviting people, just saying, hey babe, do you want to join my next wellness group? Simple stuff. We cannot just think that people are going to be constantly coming to us, because there's billions of things out there that are being thrown our way every single day. We have got to be proactive in our own goals and go after it, and also ask people, because it's going to take a while for people to see the same message coming from us, especially if we're newer. So getting consistent with our story, getting consistent with posting a Transformation Tuesday post. It doesn't have to be a transformation photo on a Tuesday. It can be whenever you want it to, but it has to be at least a transformation photo within your 6 to 9 images on Instagram, and 1 or 2 scrolls, maybe 3 down on Facebook. It's got to be present. It's got to be there, because think about this. If it takes someone 7 times to see an image for the first time, really, think about how many times we actually drive by a new restaurant or a new storefront. We're going to drive by it a few times until we actually go in and try it, right? So, and maybe wait for a few reviews. We have got to realize that we've got to get really consistent with our story. So my story is, I was and this took me a very long time to come out and say this, and so I understand if this might be difficult, and your coach is here for you to talk you through this and walk with you. My story is, unfortunate things happened when I was younger. I was diagnosed with HPV, and it turned into stage 0 to stage 1 cervical cancer, and I reversed it through holistic health instead of getting a few different LEEP procedures. Very intense sleep procedures, and that's something that I'm battling against every day so it doesn't come back. That alone is one of my stories. I have a lot of things that are a little messed up in my past, but those are what fuel my fire, because I know that someone else out there has the same, very similar story. Different path, but similar story. Now my why is my future family. I want to take my parents on the ultimate vacation of a lifetime. I want to be able to take my kids anywhere that they want to be taken. I want to take my husband on amazing vacations whenever. I want to save for my future family, and I want women to know that this business is possible, and getting healthy and putting our health and wellness first is essential to the world's health. If women aren't happy, the world isn't happy. So we have to come together and work together. So that is my why. So we have a story, we have our why, and we need to be able to use these 2 things when we don't want to work or get out of bed. We need to remember why we're doing this. Where did we come from, and where are we going? And let's do something now. And that's why this checklist is awesome. So consistency and duplication. Again, if there's a few, maybe some words you're still confused on and how to post, go ahead and use your coaches. Use a few members from the Fit Life tribe. We have all gotten ideas from each other and used basically the same words, at least until we were able to get our own voice. Please use it. Don't feel like you need to be this creative bombshell right away. Use it. Use all the information. Duplicate whatever you can. It's a matter of just making it happen and doing it, right? Okay. So we talked about Transformation Tuesday, example of the story. Okay, so I'm going to share with you when you're grabbing at those Transformation Tuesday photos, you're going to grab whatever you can, and while you're looking, probably grab a few, and you should have done this on Sunday, but if you haven't and you're here, we're going to grab at those and get those ready. And this is what a good Transformation Tuesday looks like. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a before and after photo properly. So I have a before photo that was from January of 2018. And I'm always going to do this side-by-side one right here. So I'm not just going to post this photo as is. I am going to definitely make them the same size if I choose to use this photo over here on the left. It's covering me up a little bit, and I feel like I need to find one where I'm in a bikini where it shows my side. But I wanted to show you here how it's leveling up is I'm getting my head at the same height,
My belly buttons are going to be at the same spot. My chin is going to be somewhat in line unless I lost a lot of weight, like I kind of did in my face. Belly buttons are in line, legs are in line, shoulders are in line, everything's in line. And that's just a really good depiction on how to line up before and after photo. However, this photo over here should be replaced with something that's a little bit more noticeable, like this one. And I never want to leave an after photo larger than a before photo. I always want to make sure that my after photo is the same size, if not smaller, than my before photo, because it's defeating the purpose if my edits aren't at least making of equal size. So again, getting the top of the head in line with each other, eyes, nose, mouth, shoulders, belly button, and even still, I'm a little bigger. Belly button, shoulders, let's bring this down a little bit, and we're back in line. So that is how I would edit that one. I would not select this because I'm standing sideways. It's not a good representation of me. You can see, sure, I have more abs over here in this photo, but I'm not standing on straight like I am over here. So picking a good straight on photo is better. If I want to change it, because I did get a better filter so it could match my color scheme more, there's that. And then for over here, I could always use this one. And again, we want to make it smaller, or this one bigger to get in line, right? Or we use my very first before photo, and this needs somehow to get into the same size. So I'm going to probably need to make this a little bigger. Again, head, eyes, everything want to be in line. Shoulders around the same. Everything. And wow, look at that difference. Holy.
Okay, awesome. So that is what Transformation Tuesday should look like, around what it should look like. If you have any questions at all, ask your coach. So let's get that post together. Let's get out let's share your story, let's share your why, let's just get that transformation photo up. Let's make sure that the filters are correct on it so it's going with your color scheme, and let's just get that ready to go. Okay, and then second thing we need for the tribe needs for you to do today is we need you to respond to your polls if you haven't done that yet. So let me show you what you're gonna say, how you're gonna say it, and then after you respond back to everybody, let your coach know, and then he or she will be able to help you just with the conversations from there.
So I'm going to head over to my notes, select my notes, and then poll responses. And then I'm going to go ahead and select my yeses, select, copy and paste. And then if you guys want to maybe screenshot this or take a photo of this on your phone so you have this, take a moment and do so. Okay, cool. So then I'm going to head back over to my Instagram, and I'm going to go to my poll that I had, which was over here. Here we go. And then I am just going to look at who voted. I'm going to select yes, and all I am going to do is select this arrow, paste. Hey, boss, said yes. Yes, I love books because I'm adhering to what the poll is. Books, I'm a poll for excellence. Last. And I just do a little check through. All right, and so now that first one is completely edited, I'm going to send it. And now we're going to go ahead and just blast away. Boom. I already sent her something. He already knows I don't message dudes. Bye. I'm gonna message you. Sam's already in my group. She's just being a doll. Send you this. Cheyenne and all my girls are just saying, hey. Okay, so we're gonna go over to Maybe Sounds Fun, and I'm already having a conversation with Birmingham. I'm not having a conversation with Birmingham, and then I've already had a conversation with Corey. So I will just go back to being done.
Cool. So after you respond to everybody in the polls, just let your coach know and let he or she be prepared so they can help you with the conversations after that. But awesome job, way to go. That's just getting it going, getting it started. And the fun thing is if people don't sign up with you now, they're gonna know what you're doing. So in the future, they'll be on the lookout for it. If it doesn't fit into their lifestyle now, they'll have it in the future. People would sign up with you now, or who knows what could happen. It's just a matter of letting people know that you're available to just be accountability buddies in this fitness journey. Okay, so third thing is that list of 15 people that you wrote down from Monday. We need you to invite 3 of those people to your next wellness group. Okay. And you can approach it however you want, depending on what your relationship is with them. But there in the caption, there is a few videos that I used when I first started and I have practiced with. And I'm telling y'all, when I first got started, I took these videos and I stood in front of my mirror and I practiced. Whenever I respond back to people, sometimes I practice. I practice in the shower, I practice in front of the mirror, I practice my delivery when speaking with people, because in the very beginning of doing this, it felt very awkward. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I knew what the programs were because I had done it for a while, but then when I decided to take that step into being proactive because I needed to build my business, I needed to practice what I was saying because it didn't sound good when it was coming out of my mouth because I wasn't comfortable doing it, just for whatever reason it was. So I stood in front of the mirror and I practiced the words that are in some of the videos and the captions. I practiced in my car, I practiced in the shower. I still practice, but to get it normal, I practiced in the very beginning and I practiced all the time. I also kept a script in my notes just to be ready. And on top of that, the more you start posting, the more people you're probably going to run into, and they're going to ask you, hey, what is this next wellness group? And you're going to be able to be on it the second they ask versus being like, and then not talking about it too much, or maybe talking about it too much and word vomiting and missing an opportunity. So practicing allows us to nail the opportunity on the head. If anything, it's still their life. They still have their own journey. If they're not willing to join you at that point and they're not ready for it, at least you know that you nailed it and you've created a solid, trusting bond between that person that you were talking with. So at least nailing your end of the whole conversation down is key. So you know that you can walk away knowing that you nailed it. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of just like you're on point, So, okay guys, so those are the 3 things: Transformation Tuesday and a story. This is a big day. Remember, Monday, Tuesday, load it up because Thursday and Friday we follow up. That way we can have the weekend to ourselves. So Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday post with your story. And if you're uncomfortable sharing your story or your why, just let your coach know and you guys can come up with something else. It's okay. You're gonna have to get there at some point because I just did the math and 46% of my challenge packs that I have ever sold came because I just simply shared my story. I didn't share it with transformation photos all the time, I just shared it. But that's how powerful it is. I didn't realize that until I started doing it. So, Transformation Tuesday post. Second is responding to your polls with what was recommended and at least just getting it into your notes as well. And then invite 3 of those people from your 15. And let's hit Success Club this week, guys. Let's do that. That would be such a load off of your mind, and you could move forward and really focus on everything else for another month and just let's do it. Let's hit Success Club. You deserve that. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. So, all right, guys, happy Tuesday. Looking forward to doing this with you, and we'll talk soon. Bye.